Live from Arkansas' streaming news leader, this is THV 11 Morning News at 7 on THV 11 Plus.
Good Friday morning, everybody. Thanks for joining us here on THV 11 Plus. If you're just joining us on the streaming app, you may tell that is not Tracy Bean to my left. That is meteorologist Nate
Shocker.
Scott. I know, right? You grew a beard, Tracy. Looking good. Looking good. Now,
no shade November, right?
There we go. Now, she's starting her weekend a little early. She's going to be out next week as well. So glad you're with us, my friend. Good to see you.
Yeah, it's the first time to join you folks on the 7 to 9 streaming.
How do you like sitting down?
It's different. I'm not used to it. I'm always standing all the time.
Well, just take a seat and sit down and relax.
We like to relax a little.
Yeah, give us the forecast.
I hate to be this guy as soon as you sit down and get comfortable too, but man, it has been a busy morning so far. You can't get comfortable at all because we got a mess going on.
Yeah, man, it's not looking good on Interstate 30 right now. It's completely stopped. We don't see that too often with the purple on our roadways.
I couldn't believe when I saw it closed. It is shut down.
And injuries too.
With 2 accidents with injuries so far. So we have issued a traffic impact alert because this definitely impacts your commute in this morning. This is I-30 right now, as you can see, near exit 138. And if you're driving along the shoulder, we're seeing some movement just because we had, well, it looks like it may be blocked now, but we had some vehicles that were taking 138A, but 138B to Pine Bluff, as you can see, completely blocked. So this is impacting not only Interstate 30, which it looks like it's starting to move a little bit right now, so good news, but impacting Interstate 30, 440, and 530 as well. But a little bit of movement there, so hopefully they'll be able to get this cleared pretty soon, but it's blocking traffic for miles. So purple is not good. Completely closed is what we had. 7 miles per hour, even closer to 65th Street. It's backed up past Scott Hamilton with this accident on 30 eastbound. We have another accident to tell you about too. This one is on 430 at the Big Rock interchange. This one causing some issues if you're driving in on 430. And this is off to the shoulder, but there are several it looks like there's a lot going on with that. Let me just show you. So there are several cars that are involved. We've got a tractor trailer that is stopped. We've got emergency vehicles and an ambulance on the scene. Looks like the cars are moving, but I think this ramp is actually blocked here too. So just be aware that if you're driving on 430, that this could be an issue this morning. And I know our drive times, especially coming in from Saline County, as you can see, it's in the red right now because of that accident on Interstate 30. So give yourself some extra time this morning.
All right, thank you, Ashley. Out there this morning, we are dealing with some fog, very limited in nature, but it is thick. We've got visibility reduced down to less than a mile in Arkadelphia, and also some patchy fog here in Searcy and Stuttgart. Otherwise, clouds to begin our Friday, and we'll see those clouds clear out slowly but surely going into the afternoon hours. No need for a coat or a jacket. Temperatures are on the warm side. This is pretty much where we should be for a high this time of year, into the mid-60s. So the temperatures will continue to climb. Once that sun comes up above the horizon higher and higher, we will see those temperatures start to continue to warm up. And once we see the sun break through the cloud cover, the numbers will climb up into the mid to upper 70s. More of the same for Saturday, and then we'll see big changes arrive here going into the weekend. Cold front moves in. THV 11 weather impact alert has been, THV 11 weather impact advisory has been issued for early Monday and Tuesday mornings because of a widespread frost and freeze. So make sure you protect the plants. I'll have your 7-day forecast coming up.
All right, Nathan, thank you, sir. If you're flying out soon, brace for travel headaches starting today. The FAA is ordering airlines to scale flights back at these 40 airports all along the country. Of course, many of those hubs for flights going out of Little Rock National. It's going to be one of the busiest days, and of course, you got to be able to pay attention. Make sure you get there on time today.
There are hubs like Atlanta, Dallas, Chicago, Los Angeles, and all 3 airports in the New York area. The all move stems from an air traffic controller shortage brought on by the ongoing federal government shutdown, now the longest in U.S. history.
Airlines rushing to cut hundreds, even thousands of flights each day to move new federal targets. The goal is, of course, to ease pressure on controllers, many calling out sick while working without pay.
The initial reductions are considered small, around 4% this weekend, but could grow in the days ahead.
The key for customers to avoid being stranded is early action, early communication. That's why we're getting ahead of the curve now and proactively putting in our cancellations for today, for the next several days, to give customers time to plan ahead and make sure that they can enjoy their travel journey as planned.
And of course, the same can be said for XNA as well. In Northwest Arkansas, some travelers there have already faced some issues.
And we were forced to lose our connection flight, and the next flight available was this morning, so we had to stay overnight at the hotel at the airport last night in Houston. Only one line for a couple hundred people, so it's a long line. And we were warned to be there on time, but we got there on time, but there was not enough connection time to connect to the other flight.
Officials at XNA say while flights have not been directly impacted by the shutdown, travelers should still plan ahead.
As the government shutdown drags into day 38, the Senate is planning a move today in hopes of breaking the stalemate. Republican leaders plan to vote on a funding bill hoping to win over moderate Democrats by adding long-term spending and a promise to extend health care subsidies. That vote needs 60 senators to move forward. It's a bar Congress hasn't cleared in more than 5 weeks. In the meantime, a federal judge just ordered the Trump administration to fully fund food aid for 42 million Americans after it had said it would only provide partial funding. The administration, though, says it will appeal.
Lawmakers at the state capitol pressing for answers about when Arkansas families will finally see their SNAP benefits return to normal.
The Department of Human Services says they're doing everything they can, but with the federal shutdown still stalling funds, there's only so much lawmakers can do.
THV 11's Tamer Knight explains the updates from DHS and what it means for families who are still waiting.
Well, Hayden, Karen, yesterday's meeting was all about answers for thousands of Arkansas families who depend on SNAP. DHS leaders say they're working around the clock, but as they told lawmakers, their hands are tied until federal funding starts flowing again. The Arkansas Department of Human Services testified before lawmakers Thursday, providing updates on the SNAP benefit delays and other programs now in limbo because of the ongoing government shutdown. The initial plans was to pay benefits at 50%. However, yesterday morning, DHS say they got guidance that it was at 65%. Now officials say furloughs, while delayed until at least November 22nd, are still likely, and several federally funded grant programs like temporary assistance for families in need remain suspended. Lawmakers say families are paying the price for the political gridlock and question why state funds can help bridge the gap.
We had $800 million to build to give toward building a prison. Surely we can have millions of dollars to actually make sure that Arkansans are being fed and people are staying employed.
Our team at DHS and our government, we're responding as best we possibly can to a crisis we didn't create.
Now, DHS say they're still waiting for new guidance from the U.S. Department of Agriculture, leaving them unable to confirm when November SNAP benefits will be distributed. Until federal funding restarts, DHS says it will keep updating lawmakers and Arkansans on what benefits they can expect. For THV 11 News, I'm Tamer Knight.
Tamer, thank you. Governor Sanders is launching a new push to get more locally grown food into school cafeterias. The Arkansas Plate Initiative connects state farmers with schools to serve students fresh, nutritious meals made from Arkansas-grown products. The program starts in January with pilots in 5 districts, with plans to expand next school year, featuring monthly Arkansas Plate Days built around homegrown ingredients like poultry, catfish, beef, rice, and produce. The goal is to boost student nutrition while supporting local agriculture and teaching kids where their food comes from.
We're learning more about the ongoing legal fight over when 2 special legislative elections will be held here in Arkansas. The races in Senate District 26 in the River Valley and House District 70, covering parts of North Little Rock and Sherwood, are at the center of the dispute. It's been a week since a judge ordered Governor Sarah Huckabee Sanders to move up the election dates she set. Democrats are pushing to act fast, but the state is now appealing to the Arkansas Supreme Court. Attorney General Tim Griffin wants to combine both cases, which challenge the plan to hold primaries in March and the special elections in June. Legal briefs are due by mid-December, but both sides are expected to move quickly. Affordability remains a big focus after this week's state and local elections. The Trump administration just reaching a deal with major drug makers to cut prices on popular weight loss medications. Dr. John LaPook explains what this could mean for consumers.
We're bringing drug prices down to levels that will be as low as possible.
The high price of the world's most groundbreaking weight loss drugs is about to slim down.
This is a triumph for American patients that will save lives and improve the health of millions and millions of Americans.
Next year, the agreement with pharmaceutical giants Eli Lilly and Novo Nordisk will make popular GLP-1 drugs such as Zepbound and Wegovy more affordable through Medicare and Medicaid and direct-to-consumer through the Trump RX website. For Medicare patients, monthly out-of-pocket costs will drop from over $1,000 to as little as $50. The White House said all future GLP-1 drug launches by Eli Lilly and Novo Nordisk will be sold at lower prices across Medicaid, Medicare, and commercial insurance, with widely used drugs 60% lower than now.
Dr. John LaFouque, CBS News, New York.
Time now to turn back to Ashley King and a check of all that's happening on the roads this morning.
Yeah, there's a lot going on, so let's jump right into it, especially with this accident that happened on Interstate 30. Good news is one lane is actually open now, so it is starting to move, but for a while, all lanes were blocked. As you can see, looks like the left-hand lane, traffic moving very, very slowly, but it was backed up past Geyer Springs on I-30 because of this. It is here at 440 and 530 that are also being impacted at that intersection. So let's get a closer look at what's going on with that and how backed up it actually was. And as you can see, it's starting to move a little bit right now, which is great news, but still 2 miles per hour in some areas and backed up for miles. So just be aware at exit 138B. This is where the accident happened. We're going to be seeing that take quite some time to actually improve. And then we have this other accident that happened on 430. It's actually at the Big Rock interchange, and it has Shackelford actually blocked. So I think it is still blocked. Actually, let's look at this. We've got a live traffic cam. Yeah, there was a police officer and a fire truck actually blocking Shackelford. So 430, you're not going to be able to take that exit. You want to take some alternate routes there. So traffic definitely impacted this morning by all of these accidents. And if you're coming in from Saline County, look at this. From around the Alcoa Road exit into downtown Little Rock, it's going to take 86 minutes. So it's a big mess. Find an alternate route is the best thing to do.
All right, Ashley, we are starting off this morning with a blanket of clouds out there. Some areas of patchy fog, especially around Arkadelphia. Watch out for that because some of the visibility has been reduced less than a mile. And take you through hour by hour. We're going to hang on to those clouds this morning. I'm hopeful we'll see some more sunshine this afternoon and temperatures will climb up into the low to mid 70s. If the clouds stick around, we may only see a temperature around 70 degrees. Your 3-day forecast, though, 70s remain in place on Saturday, and then big changes arrive here as a cold front makes its way through. Down the numbers go with some gusty winds expected on Sunday. And once again, the likelihood of our first freeze here in Central Arkansas, we're at a high risk across a large part of the state. So you want to take this warm weather that we have in place today and tomorrow to go ahead and prepare to bring those plants in or protect them with a light sheet, because any warm season plants may not survive after Monday and Tuesday mornings.